Hey, what's going on, people? This is Rolo C, and with my homeboy,
JT.
and this is the Stem Cell Podcast. All right, we wanted to bring you guys something real quick. We see yesterday Nike went ahead and they put out a campaign with Colin Kaepernick. You know, they're with him with this We Got Cap movement going on. We're behind Cap, I believe it's what it's called. Uh, Basically, Nike went ahead and he's the I'm pretty sure like the front man, so to speak, when it comes to the 30th anniversary. We're behind Cat movement, and I'm pretty sure if you don't know what's going on with Colin Kaepernick, then you're probably living under a rock. So anywho, basically, Nike went ahead and they dropped, I believe it was about 10% of their stock. Stock dropped this morning at the New York Stock Exchange. New York Stock Exchange. Anyway, I wanted to get my opinion wanted to get the opinion of JT, and then I'm gonna chime in and tell you how I feel about the whole situation. JT, you go first, brother. What you got?
Well, it's been pretty much a crazy situation ever since he started kneeling on the football field. Um, Once again, I gotta give him props for staying what he believes in. Um, but at the same token, I feel like you have to go about doing it in a way where um, that you could do it to where something could be done about it instead of just kind of proving the point at a venue. Um, Basically, what I'm getting at is if if you feel like you're gonna stand for police brutality, like do the things that's gonna take for the improvement. I mean, like say, talk to the policeman directly in different areas because being a hidden celebrity, you will be more heard and outspoken than a regular person. So, I mean, once again, I'm not gonna knock what he's trying to do, but I just feel like, you know, don't do it at a venue where people are gonna look at it differently as far as you're disrespecting the flag, but that was not his intention. But if you do it in the area like a football field, people are going to see it that way. So that's what I'm saying. That's something that should have been. I feel like that should have been taken on Twitter. Something that should have been did behind the scenes to get that resolved with the actual people and the force that he had the issue with, and not the football field. And like I said, the NFL has lost a lot of views over that, and I know like I said, the NFL brand itself, I know it's already been kind of tarnished to an extent, and that just took it to another level. So once again, as Rolo mentioned about Nike stocks dropping because they decide to advertise Kaepernick. With that being said, I just feel like they should have kind of thought over what move this was going to make before it all collided the way it did. If Nike could support him in behind the scenes in the situation of how he felt, but I felt like Nike shouldn't have put him in the forefront of what they're trying to do, because now the people who are, I guess, defend against Kaepernick, that has caused Nike to drop its sales for just the way they feel about the situation. So I just feel like Nike kind of made I would say a bad move for being Nike. I think they made a bad move on themselves, and as far as Kaepernick, hopefully you take the Malcolm Jenkins route and go about directly to the source and trying to solve the situation.
Anything else good?
Other than that, I mean, that's pretty much it, man. I just hope it all works out for the better.
No doubt, no doubt. Okay. I agree with JT. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, of course, I feel a certain way because I'm a veteran myself. I was in during 9/11. And I served during Operation Iraqi Freedom during, and of course during Afghanistan. And I felt a certain way about it when it happened, and I felt that it was very disrespectful because at the same time, we got to understand that I understand we're trying to address social injustice. However, the people that are defending the flag are not necessarily your first responders. Although you have a lot of first responders that are veterans, you know, but at the same time, being in the military, we're a very diverse group. So it's very rare. I'm not saying it doesn't exist, but it's very rare where you have uh, pretty much, cliques, so to speak, or just little, kind of good old boy groups. It's not really something that's, really come of age in the military. We kind of mesh as one. So anyway, like I said, our first responders aren't, they live by our laws and they do, what they're supposed to do in reference to their job title and adhering to the public safety when it comes to, doing their job, of course, in the United States. But, our men and women that are overseas, I think it's very disrespectful, to be quite honest with you. I love what JT brought up about the Malcolm Jenkins route. He's actually seeing government officials going to the state house, things of that nature, trying to get some resolution on what they could do and try to enhance training and help those that are being subjected to police brutality and trying to pretty much, clean things up in that aspect. So I definitely appreciate what he's doing. He's going the route very similar to Dr. King. It's like you can't combat hate with hate. There has to be love, even though that you're gonna endure a lot of hate, but you still can't let a person break the character. And that's the route that Malcolm Jenkins is going, and just much love to him. But the whole thing with Colin Kaepernick, his situation with him being actually promoted by Nike, I believe the campaign states believe in something even if it believe in something even if it means sacrificing everything. And I'll be honest with you, I don't think he knows what that's about, sacrificing everything, unless if he was out there in front of enemy lines in foreign territory, sacrificing himself for his country. And I'm not stating that there isn't a lot of social, racial injustice that's happening because we take a risk every day we step out of our homes. Regardless of what race we are, what color we are. It's a risk every day you go out to gamble. Tomorrow's not promised. But I just think he went about it the wrong way. I harped on it in our last podcast about him trying to do this, but he never exercised his right to vote because he felt like his vote didn't count. But I feel like he would have taken a different approach if he would have known that it was actually gonna. Because I truly believe that he would have took a different approach if he would have known he would have been pretty much exiled out of the NFL. And nobody wants to mess with such negative stigma, coming from this movement. And it has nothing to do with the fact that the NFL doesn't want to support its players and support their causes because obviously they do a lot of things that are, they do foundations, they do events. A lot of the stuff is mandated. So NFL owners are definitely behind that. However, we need to make sure that we understand that the NFL owners also think too, like this place is about, it's about competition that we want displayed, not controversy. So when he took a knee like that, it was the wrong route to go. And another thing too is, you don't bow down to any man, and he took a knee. He felt like he was doing the right thing, and that's fine if that was his ideology, if he felt like that he was trying to raise attention. But he could have did things a different way, like with a lot of players raising the fist. I love that. It shows power, it shows unity. The whole thing with taking the knee, it's just disrespectful. And I know for me as a man, I'm not going to bow down to anybody because I always went by the ideology of I'd rather stand and die like a man than be on my knees and live like a coward. And I feel like this situation is no different. But it's crazy because I put a crazy post on Instagram and it got a lot of feedback, And unfortunately, those that liked it just liked the post, and those that didn't like the post, they left negative comments, and that's fine because everybody. That's why we serve. We serve so then that way we can be subjected to the court of public opinion. You know, we are a democracy, and we do exercise our First Amendment rights, which our military ensures that they uphold. You know, JT and myself were veterans of this country, and we're very proud that we've served. And God bless those that are currently serving today. But I mean, it was just a whole bunch of negative things going on. You had a whole bunch of trolls in there too. It's just it's funny and it's entertaining to me because there's a lot of people that they're truly in their feelings about things. And I'll be honest with you, I even put a tweet after it. I said, you know, leave to being in your feelings, you know, to Drake. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to think about it. Whenever you're in your feelings about something, it leads to nothing but just disappointment and despair. When you're thinking things logically and doing what you're supposed to do and actually processing things the way you're supposed to process, you'll have a much better clarity on what needs to get done as opposed to thinking based on feelings. You know, and we can actually, you know, we can actually give plenty of examples of how, you know, just basically, you know, how your feelings goes will refer to sports. In fact, you know, it's like if he would have thought things logically out, I guarantee you Colin Kaepernick would have never took a knee. He would have said, well, you know what, we need to raise awareness. This guy's got millions of followers on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And he decided to get on the national stage knowing that they aired the anthem, you know, during games, which they kind of stopped doing because of the whole protesting and everything. But he went ahead and did that, and it raised eyebrows, you know. So it's not that, you know, and we can care less about what Trump says or how Trump feels about things because, like I said, you know, to me, Trump doesn't matter. You know, Trump isn't worth much if you have a senator that died about a week ago, just basically, you know, he didn't really say anything about him. I don't believe it. JT, he didn't go to the funeral, did he? I don't think he went to the funeral for John McCain.
No, but that's going to be explained in a different story.
Exactly. So we just wanted to hit on this real quick. You know, it's very unfortunate that people are getting worked up and they're getting upset about the whole ordeal. It's not about what Colin Kaepernick is doing. The fight is there. The cause is there. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're trying to, you know, when you're trying to bring awareness to social injustice and police brutality and you know just the brutal intentions and behavior that actually, you know, that are endured by African Americans as well as Latinos too, because you know I'm Puerto Rican, but I still get racially profiled as well. You know, like if I came into the country illegally, like if I was coming from Mexico, you know, and I don't get upset about the situation. The only reason why I don't get upset about it at all is because I know I fought for this country, and I can show my ID proud and be like, hey, there you go, you know. But it's all about, you know, for JT and myself, we're not about making excuses. You know what I'm saying? Excuses are going to hold you back. Excuses are going to make you ill. Excuses are going to keep you from living out your best life. Excuses are going to keep you from propelling your career to the next level. We don't have time for excuses, you know? And one of the things that we learned in the military is like, you got to work with what you got. So if they tell you need to go ahead and sweep a room with a damn broomstick, well, I guess we got to figure that shit out. But that's just the way it is. So it's no excuses. You know what I'm saying? So I give much love and respect to our brothers and sisters out there that are hurting because you want to know something, man? It's not fun out here in America. You know, I'll chime in on this real quick too. And y'all can get mad at me for all the hell you want. But you have a lot of minorities that they were just, you know, so happy that this girl, what's her name, Meghan Markle, she got married to Prince Harry over in Great Britain in the royal wedding and all this other stuff. I could care less about that whole ordeal. To be honest with you, those people that crossed the pond, and I mean, we can't hold grudges. You know what I'm saying? But if you're going to direct your anger towards somebody, I'm not going to direct my anger toward the racist white man or the racist black person. You need to look at where racism originated. Okay? It didn't originate here. Okay? You need to understand that what did we do during the American Revolution? We were fighting against the royal crown. Okay? against the people across seas in Britain. That's who we were fighting against. Okay? They're the ones who started all this shit. And now you see people of color, and then you see people that are white over there, you know, they just live in harmony like nothing happened. But we still have that negative stigma here. And that narrative's got to change. We are united. We are one. We got to remember why we fought together to free ourselves from that situation. You know, basically what happened with not so great Britain back in the day. I'm not knocking it now. I'm just saying, if you're going to get angry about something, you need to know the history of what's going on. So, you know, like I said, this nation should have stopped believing in royal weddings back in July 4th of 1776 when we got our independence. So, with that being said, nobody's safe. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's subjected to opinion, just like, you know, I got trolled early. But I'm not upset about that, because you want to know something? That's what we fought for. We fought so then that way we can go ahead and voice our opinions. You know, this is a democracy, supposed to be anyway. You know what I'm saying? It's not a dictatorship. So we're very grateful for your time. We thank you very much for listening to us. And for my brother JT and your boy Rolo, we greatly appreciate all that you've done. Take care. God bless. And we'll holler at you next time.